one thing that Jules and I have repeated over and over and over and over again is that if you drop Cristiano into the squad at his age and the way he's been playing the last couple of years, and you ask him to play center forward, it's problematic. It's difficult for him because then you can't press and whatever, and he gets kicked, and he'll still score a million goals because he's Cristiano, but it doesn't necessarily, you don't get the best out of him. You have to create the team for Cristiano. Obviously, Solskjaer was a top-class striker. Does he not see that? Do you think he feels that, does he really believe this is the answer? That this is Cristiano, he's a center forward, and everybody else should get him the ball in that way?
Well, first of all, do I want my former teammate to do well at Manchester United?
Of course.
Still being a journalist? The answer is yes. And I've said all along, and we've seen that now, I think. And what you're asking about is like the total situation, because you're true. If you get Cristiano Ronaldo there, it's all about Cristiano Ronaldo. You have to find a way to keep him happy there. And happy is winning games and him scoring goals for all that. I think that Ole Gunnar went, and I've said this before, but I will say it again because that is what I feel, that Ole Gunnar went to bed happy that he got Cristiano Ronaldo and woke up next morning and thinking, well, I have to win games. I have to play him all the time. They will talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. So he had maybe a good night's sleep and it started well. He scored all the goals. But now Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't on the pitch either. I couldn't see him against Leicester. He didn't do a lot and all that. So, but I think that, yes, the problem is Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, you want him to score goals. But I think the main problem now for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that it's difficult to see how he wants to play. And if you don't have a defined way of playing, it's also difficult to find the role of a Cristiano Ronaldo, because he is so significant. He'll take so much space on a pitch, or you understand what I'm trying to say, that he need to be in there somehow. And I think that Cristiano Ronaldo, very, very good for Manchester United, but that could end up being the big problem. And I say it in a positive way for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he needs to score goals. He needs to win titles.
Does he seem, over the past month or so, before, whether United won or lost, he was always very measured. He played up kind of to our stereotype of those nice Scandinavian people who never get angry. And then I kind of feel like in the past month, when he was answering questions, when he said, I only listen to people I respect, and then when he talked about how, well, when he left Cristiano out and so on, we know, but you don't know, and when he complained about the referees, was it against the Young Boys game?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Ole as well as you do, obviously, but it seems to me that this is different from the public image that we were seeing before. Is it the screws are turning, or is it also that maybe somebody suggested to me, Ole said, like, you know what, maybe I don't want to play Mr. Nice Guy in public, even though I am in real life. Maybe I want to show a little bit of edge, a little bit of fight, a little bit of nasty to try to get my team to be better.
Well, I had a quite strict coach called Felix Magath, and one of the...
Yeah, but he's the opposite of... He's Mr. Unpleasant. He's the opposite of Ole.
Yeah, and that's why... but he always said, he quoted, he was always saying that your strength is always like kind of a relative to one weakness, So the strength of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, being in the dressing room, being the leader of the project, being the Manchester United, restore the image of Manchester United, that is a strength. But then you see that maybe Mr. Nice Guy could be a problem when you're losing football games. And if you see the public debate in and around Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is those kind of stereotypes. After games, he's smiling. You can't smile when you're losing. You should take people out of the game. You shouldn't have a meeting with all your coaching staff just to make one substitution. And I think that, yes, maybe he's getting a bit frustrated. Of course, he can see that it could be start of the ending, so to say. But on the other hand, this is Ole Gunnar mentality. I can only guess that Ole Gunnar is thinking, well, I got 2 years as a Manchester United coach. I got a long-term contract here. What's the worst that can happen to me? Well, I get fired. I get paid out. I will live in Norway, which is not bad. So Ole Gunnar is as calm as he looks. Of course, as anybody else, he will be frustrated. He will kind of think that his public image, he's that kind of guy. But I think that sometimes you see how he is. I see the players like to say that he is tougher in the dressing room. I think they feel they have to say that. But Ole Gunnar will never change his personality. He is, but no mistakes. He scored so many goals in his football career, and he's a Manchester United manager. You can't do that just to be Mr. Nice Guy.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.